Hello, ladies and gents, boys and girls, people of all ages, sexualities, and identities, and welcome back to another series review. And today's series review is Season 1 of Peacemaker. Now, Peacemaker is a very interesting and confusing superhero towards the start. We know that we have seen him in the Suicide Squad, but this first season definitely proves that we didn't know him at all. He starts off in a hospital after serving his sentence, and he essentially starts going back to life and trying to figure out his role in society. But to properly achieve this, the people who he's about to work for frame his dad for a murder that happened on Peacemaker's watch. Turns out after Peacemaker's release, he sees a woman he really likes, and they get to, and pretty much after that, he doesn't realize that she's secretly an alien butterfly. Peacemaker then joins a team to help hunt down the butterflies, and whilst this happens, we slowly and surely get a proper origin story of who the boy behind Peacemaker was. Turns out when he was a young lad, his dad got him and his brother to have a fight and he accidentally kills his brother, and that is why he's always vowed to have peace and only kill people in the name of peace going forward. It also turns out that the man who they have just put in prison is an absolute sociopath, and Peacemaker loses it with his crew, pointing out that by doing that, he is now going to not only want to kill his son, but want to kill every single one of them. So that leaves Peacemaker and his crew with two problems. Plus that, and the fact that now Peacemaker is hanging around with his old buddy, the Vigilante. The Vigilante, in my eyes, is a absolute psychopath, but a kind of cross between Deadpool and Wolverine. He's also kind of a cross between Deadpool and She-Hulk and many others who break the fourth wall. Vigilante's methods are so extreme that you shouldn't love him, but his comedy makes him so lovable. Peacemaker and his friends end up intercepting a call about a family, but when Peacemaker gets there, it turns out that the family that they were trying to shoot through the window were only a decoy to the bigger picture. Then we have the beautiful song 6 Feet Under play, and we watch as Peacemaker get captured and tortured beneath the house. And Peacemaker watches as Vigilante gets his toe pulled on by a torturer. Alongside this, he also comes into contact with a great martial artist who seems to be protecting the butterflies. Unsure exactly why this is happening, Peacemaker is even more appalled when the martial artist manages to chuck Cheetos at him and they burn his face. Peacemaker then, after the martial artist runs out of the room, continues to antagonize the torturer until he can eventually get one up on him. But sadly for Vigilante, he gets burned in the balls by a cable. After regrouping and everyone coming back together, it turns out that Amanda Walker's daughter discovers the fact that their leader is a butterfly, which happily explains exactly why they know so much about the butterflies. The leader is sadly killed, and the police department in the town, who have been happily hunting down Peacemaker, all get possessed by butterfly spies. Those spies then go looking for Peacemaker and his mate, and to make it worse, Peacemaker then gets in an altercation with his dad, in which he ends up killing his dad and saving his friends. After that, with very few resources and being on the run, Peacemaker and his crew finally go looking for this cow that they've been looking for and finally locate it in a barn. Amanda Walker's daughter calls in Amanda Walker hoping to get the Justice League on board, but with her very complicated relationship with her mother, knows that it's going to be a very long time before any help comes. After Peacemaker's new girlfriend almost gets murdered, the Justice League eventually turn up and go to save the day. But Peacemaker has already destroyed the cow and come unscathed, with most of his crew damaged or hurt or almost on the verge of dying. When he sees Aquaman in front of him, he says, "Go fuck another fish." To which Aquaman is appalled by this and is pretty much really annoyed about the fact that that people have been spreading that rumor. But in an alternate version to this, the Justice Gang turn up, and the Green Lantern pretty much says, "Isn't John Cena's character a bit of a dick?" And Hawkgirl just pretty much laughs at him. After these events, though, however, the Peacemaker and Vigilante go to the hospital. Vigilante in the hospital because he got a bullet wound in the side, and Peacemaker pretty much there to support his girlfriend through what must be the most traumatic part of her experience in this whole affair. Meanwhile, Amanda Walker's girlfriend pretty much calls them out. Yeah, she pretty much calls her mother out and points out that Peacemaker and Vigilante have been working under a secret organization and pretty much been under a document named the Butterfly Effect. This she presents as a rehabilitation program, that way in order to get the rest of the government off of Peacemaker and Vigilante's backs. When Amanda Walker sees this on TV, she's absolutely livid about it, but nonetheless, she seems to let it go ahead, because at the end of this, Peacemaker and his crew seem to have finally managed to move on. So, what did I think of Peacemaker as a whole? I'm not gonna lie, James. I'm not gonna lie. When I first watched John Cena in anything, I was very skeptical. I was very skeptical indeed. But since I've been watching him in Peacemaker, and especially in a lot of his other roles, I feel like this actor has flourished. We're no longer looking at John Cena who done WWE. We're looking at John Cena the actor. John Cena who can be bloody Peacemaker. And for that reason, I thank you wholeheartedly, James Gunn, for creating this series. And also for that reason, I'm going to have to give Peacemaker a solid 8 out of 10. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next series review. Until then, stay beautiful, everyone, and have an incredible day.